Child, I gotta drink my coffee because I am sleep deprived. Okay. What's good, YouTube family? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be coming to y'all with a new video today. If you are new to my channel, do not forget to hit the subscribe button before you leave if you like what you see. So for today's video, we will be talking about C-section recovery must-haves, okay? If you're new to my channel, I just had a baby back in 2020. So, of course, this is fresh on my head. So I was like, let me let the people know. Let me let the people know what you need in order to recover from a major surgery like a cesarean section. So, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it because I got a lot to cover. Hold on, let me back up right quick. I just thought about it. Most of y'all probably don't even know how I had a C-section. So before I show y'all what I used, let me tell y'all a little bit about what happened in like 30 seconds, okay? So after being in labor for about 24 hours with no medication, you see the emphasis on no medication because baby, whoo, child. Anyway, being in labor for 24 hours with no medication, I got to a point where I just could not take the pain anymore. And so I asked the nurses to bring on the epidural. I was like,
bring me the medicine.
Okay, bring it. Because your girl's tired. I'm exhausted. I can't handle it. So they gave me the epidural. Right after they gave me an epidural, my heart rate shot up. My daughter's heart rate shot up. They gave me something to bring my heart rate down. Hers started to fluctuate. And so my doctor looked at me and was just like, look, okay, I mean, I think you guys will be fine. However, I wouldn't be a good doctor if I didn't tell you I'm concerned that her heart rate is fluctuating. So what you want to do, okay? So again, at this point, I have been in labor for over 24 hours and I wasn't dilating beyond 8 centimeters. So it was just kind of like, all right, look, if her heart rate is fluctuating, get her out of there as soon as possible. So I elected to have a C-section. So yeah, that's what happened in a nutshell. So yeah, now let's go ahead and get into the products that you need. All right, so the first thing we're gonna cover is all things compression, okay? So when you have a C-section, it is extremely important that you have some type of compression garments, underwear, socks for your postpartum recovery. The main reason why you need this is because when you have a C-section, obviously there is a need to like drain blood from the body. So you wanna avoid blood clots, you wanna avoid setting up infections on the body. So the best way to do that is to make sure you're compressed. And then also too, right after you have a baby, like everything's a little jiggly, okay? I ain't gonna lie to you, everything's a little jiggly. If you've never had a C-section before, things be moving. So it's really important that, you know, again, you have something that's gonna compress the stomach area until it naturally goes down. So the first thing you wanna put on your list of needs for postpartum recovery is some type of compression garment. So I'm going to show you guys actual examples of the compression garments because I have a few. So this is the compression garment that they'll give you at the hospital. It has some boning in the back, but it's kind of flimsy. I didn't really like this compression garment because it was so stiff or whatever, but there might be different compression garments out there. Your hospital might give you a completely different one. So ask them because I think it's free. Well, free in the respect that it's gonna come on your bill. Now, the one I like the most is actually from Amazon. This compression garment is a 2-piece compression garment. Let me stand up. I'm gonna give y'all an example because I'm an example type girl. So this compression garment actually has like 4 different things that it can do for you. So one, it does the compression on this top part. So you're compressed here, and then they have this which pulls you in even more. But the part that I love is that they also have this second piece of the garment that you can wear in the lower midsection area, right where the C-section takes place. This helps with, again, draining the blood from your belly after you have your C-section. So like it covers, I don't know if you guys can see that, let me step back, but it covers your entire like midsection area, like everything is in. So this really helps with, like, again, pulling in the stomach, help getting the blood to drain. Now you won't be able to wear this day one, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's probably gonna take like a week or two for you to be able to put this on and be comfortable in it, but you do need this for sure to recover from your C-section. The second form of compression that you need is underwear, okay? Again, you're gonna be all over the place, kind of flimsy. Before you leave the hospital, ask the hospital for their underwear. They have these like white sheer underwear that are really comfortable for you to wear for the first few days, right? But when you get ready to leave out of the house, those are not the best underwear to leave the house with. So wear those around the house for postpartum recovery, but then also get you some good toning underwear. These are the ones from Hanes, and they have different ones. They have the briefs, and then they also have just like the regular underwear. But these are really good because they come up past your belly button, and then they also pull, kind of compress that area in. As you can see just how they're made. They're super comfortable. They're made from microfiber, so they're not like tugging at your skin. This is going to help keep everything sucked in while you're just around the house, or if you gotta go take the baby to the doctor, or if you gotta go to the doctor. This is gonna just keep that stomach in control. Because again, I promise y'all, it's kind of a weird feeling right after you have a C-section. Your stomach is kind of flabby, and it's not comfortable at all, especially when you have a C-section. So you want to get garments that are going to keep you compressed in until your stomach goes down. So the last thing you'll need on the list of compression are some really good long compression socks. These are from Walmart, but you can get compression socks from Amazon, anywhere, Target, wherever. Compression socks are important because when you're recovering, your feet will be swollen. A lot of people swell after having a C-section just because they're giving you all the fluids and the anesthesia and all this stuff in your body. It's just trying to flush that stuff out. So your feet will be swollen and they might be painful. So it's important that you have compression socks to help out with that recovery as well. So definitely get you some compression socks, honey. All right, so the next thing on our list is a stepping stool, okay? You need some type of stepping stool to put in your bed, especially if you have a high bed. If you have to step up to get in the bed, if you're short, whatever, you need a stepping stool, okay? You need to be able to step up and get in the bed because it's gonna be really uncomfortable. So yeah, this is from Amazon. Everything I'm showing y'all will be linked, obviously, but this stepping stool is from Amazon. It's easy to fold and put in the corner, but you're gonna need some type of stepping stool if you have a high bed because it will hurt to step up, okay? So this is going to take some of that pressure off of your belly. It's not gonna hurt as much. So definitely get you a stepping stool. I don't know what else to say about this. I mean, it's just important, okay? I did not have a stepping stool the first couple of days I was at home, and it was absolutely painful to get in the bed. So painful to the point where I just decided to lay on the couch. Like, so get you a stepping stool to help you get in the bed so you won't be in pain like I was. All right, so the next thing you'll need to add to your list for postpartum C-section recovery is pads or a large diaper. I should say large pads too. Everything just need to be large. This is the pads they give you at the hospital. Okay, this is what they give you at the hospital. It's long and it's big and it's uncomfortable, but it gets the job done because after you have your C-section, you will be bleeding for some time. I think I was bleeding for up to 6 weeks. So these came in handy, but I really didn't like these because they were rubbing against the C-section area. So what I got instead was some diapers, some disposable diapers. So yeah, I don't know if y'all can see that, but these Comfort Depends, they came up a little higher than the belly button. And normally when you get your C-section, they put it right at the top of your private area. So these are not uncomfortable. They're not sitting weirdly on the C-section area. And then also this allows obviously for the blood to drain out and you can just throw these away. Definitely get you some Depends. I know you like what, but yeah, these help out. Put your diaper on. You won't have to worry about it too much. All right, so the next thing you definitely need to make sure you have if you're recovering from a C-section is loose clothing, okay? Again, your midsection, stomach, vagina, all that is gonna be very sensitive after you have your C-section, so you definitely don't wanna put too much on it. So loose clothing is critical. And when I say loose clothing, I mean dresses. Like if you could find you some flowy dresses, and I'll link a few in the description bar that I liked, but if you could find you some dresses that are loose fitting, you can just lift the dress up when you have to pee. It doesn't take a lot of bending over to take it off. Like you want some loose clothing, dresses that you could put on while you're recovering from your C-section because it's going to be uncomfortable to bend over. It's going to be uncomfortable to take pants off. So purchase some loose dresses. It'll just help also with that postpartum recovery. All right, so the next thing on the list, you actually probably should already have it, because like at some point in your pregnancy, you're gonna get tired of tying your shoes. So you probably already have some slides, but get you some slides that you can slide in, ones that you can wear out of the house. Again, you want to avoid bending over as much as you possibly can. So if you could just slide your feet in some shoes, it's gonna help with that. So invest in you some slides with a hard bottom, so you can wear them outside of the house if necessary, when you're going to the baby's doctor's appointment or whatnot. But get you some slides, okay? You should already have some, because they are needed in the household. But if you don't, get you some slides. All right, y'all, we more than halfway done, but stick with me, okay? Because I got a little bit more to cover. So the next thing, and in all seriousness, the next thing is honestly the most important, especially if you dealt with any type of hypertension, high blood pressure. Even if you did not deal with it when you were pregnant, postpartum hypertension is a thing. People, especially women of color, have passed away from high blood pressure, hypertension issues after having their child. So it is absolutely important that you add a BP monitor to your list, okay? If you don't already have one when you're pregnant, get you one for postpartum, okay? You should be checking your blood pressure every single day. The reason why it's important for you to check it, because again, as I mentioned, postpartum hypertension is a real thing, and people lose their lives to it, right? And it just hits you like that. So you always want to make sure you're monitoring your blood pressure, especially after a major surgery. So get you a BP monitor. This one is from, I believe, CVS, and I want to say it was like $30. They're not super expensive. They're easily accessible. You can just go to your store and pick one up. Make sure you are checking your blood pressure. I cannot stress this enough, y'all. Check your blood pressure every day. Okay, so the next thing on our list, y'all, you probably already have this at the house also, but this is something that I did not use it the first week of me having my daughter, and honestly, I was waking up every day crying because it was just, yeah. Anyway, get you a small pillow, okay? You probably already have one of these like decorative size pillows in your house. Make this your best friend. The reason why you want to make this your best friend is because it is going to hurt to pee, to laugh, to poop, to cough. All that's gonna hurt, okay? It's gonna hurt because again, you just had major surgery. So what really helps with that pain, especially if you're laughing or if you're trying to cough or anything like that, is this pillow. Putting the pillow right on the stomach area and holding it in tight takes some of the pressure off of your midsection area, and it won't hurt as bad. So they're gonna tell you when you come home that you need to walk, and the reason why you need to walk is because again, you don't want to form any blood clots or cause any issues and infection setting up. So you're gonna have to walk, and it's gonna be painful to walk. So when you're walking, you need something to kind of hold that area in so it's not as painful, and the pillow is going to be the best thing for that. So you should already have a decorative pillow at your house. If you don't, go on Amazon, get you a little cheap pillow that you could put on your stomach anytime you have to cough, laugh, poop, any of that. Next thing on the list is going to be for my mommies who plan on breastfeeding. If you plan on breastfeeding, again, you need to make sure you keep the pressure off of your midsection area. So the next thing on the list is a boppy pillow. Either a boppy pillow or a breastfeeding pillow. Again, I'm gonna demonstrate because I think it's important. But the reason why you need one of these is because when you're breastfeeding, obviously holding your child on your stomach is going to hurt because you just had major surgery. So taking the boppy pillow and wrapping it on your body and placing your child on the pillow while you're breastfeeding is going to help tremendously. This helped me so much with breastfeeding. I did not feel any pressure on my stomach, and I felt like my child was also secure while I was breastfeeding. So this is really helpful. Like I mentioned, you can either do this with the boppy or you could get an actual breastfeeding pillow. I think the only difference between the two is that the breastfeeding pillow wraps all the way around. I didn't use that, I just used the boppy. So get you some type of breastfeeding pillow or boppy. to breastfeed your child if that is your plan. All right, the last thing on our list, y'all, but absolutely most important, let your people help you, okay? I cannot stress this enough. Postpartum recovery is already hard, but when you have an actual C-section where they're cutting your stomach open, it makes it a little bit more difficult. Ask for help, let people tie your shoes, let your spouse do things. Do not try to do too much, because if you reopen that wound after a C-section, the recovery is even harder. So you definitely want to make sure you're taking it easy. You let other people do stuff for you. Don't lift heavy things. Move out of the way. Just take care of you and your baby as much as you possibly can within your means, so you don't cause any issues. So I cannot stress that enough. Ask for helping hands. Make sure your family and your spouse is doing everything they need to do to help you out with the recovery, because you know you'll get through it quicker if you kind of sit down. Yeah. So yeah, I think I covered everything, y'all. That was pretty much the comprehensive list of stuff that I used that I felt like was absolutely necessary to help me through recovery. I hope this was helpful for you guys. If it was, definitely give me a thumbs up before you leave out. And then also, again, don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. Everything that I mentioned here will be listed below. I'm gonna find the links for everything that I showed y'all and listed below in the description bar. But of course, if you guys have any other questions or suggestions around labor and delivery videos that you'd like to see, hit me up right down in the comment section and let me know. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until next time, love y'all dearly. Have a good day. I hope y'all still are doing well in this pandemic, because child, we going on 125. But thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.